throughout the course of the game, every one of those players that they bought into had paid off at some point. When you think about Jalen Ramsey, he didn't have an interception, but he certainly played at a high level at times in the game. You also think about Aaron Donald eating up double teams to get Von Miller free at times, but he was the person who put the panic meter on Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of that game and forced him to get spooked and just throw the football a la Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz. You look at Big Whitworth at the left tackle spot. He'll be appearing in the Super Bowl second time as a Ram. Then you talk about OBJ coming over. You mentioned draft picks, all of those sort of things. When you look at this football team as a whole, there was a lot of stress on Sean McVay, even to the fact that Sean McVay used every single timeout he could possibly find to challenge plays that he shouldn't have been challenging because of the pressure, knowing that he went all in on players and he didn't want to squander this opportunity for the Rams to get to a Super Bowl. Now, as you look forward and down the line, as you mentioned, Max, where will they go from here? They've got to win the Super Bowl in order for this to pay off. Getting to the Super Bowl, it's cool right now for them. It's like, hey, we here. But closing the deal, winning the Super Bowl is where all of the chips that was pushed to the middle of the table with all the fine players that they acquired that contributed in that game yesterday for them pays off is by winning the Super Bowl.
Hey, Jay, I'm going to ask you a question, and Key, I'm going to ask you the same question, okay? With right now, without knowledge of the future, and we're cheating a little because we're already up to the big game, right? Because the essence of Monday morning quarterbacking is we already know what happened. Now we're all going to be critics. He shoulda, coulda, woulda. Right now, was it the right choice to go all in on Stafford, Von Miller, and everyone? Yes or no? Sean McVay could have let well enough alone and made little runs here and there, but he said, nope, and fortune favors the bold, right? I'm going all in. Right now, Jay, is that the right choice, yes or no?
That's easy for me, yes. And it goes back to, when this trade was originally going down between Jared Goff and the likes of Matthew Stafford, a lot of people were poo-pooing it, saying there's no difference between the two of them. He's shown you the difference in clutch moments. He's shown you the ability to take the top off the defense. He makes the gutsy plays. He stays in the pocket and takes the hit while making the plays as well. So if it's somebody that Sean McVay believes can take his team to the next level, obviously you need to close the deal at home in SoFi Stadium to complete that. But damn right, I think it gives this all-in tactic has given them the best strategy to get back to the Super Bowl.
It's certainly an all-in tactic, and when you look at the quarterback spot, Matthew Stafford made some plays along the way that Jared Goff in his last year with the Rams could not make. Jared Goff in 2018 made those same plays that Matthew Stafford made. A year or two later, he wasn't making those plays. So it's the right move based on getting back to the Super Bowl, but let's see what happens when they face Cincinnati in the end. Do they win it? Yes, Jared Goff, based on getting his team to the Super Bowl and Matthew Stafford never winning a playoff game, when you look at it on the surface, it becomes the same guy. Now, Matthew Stafford has shown us that he needed a better nucleus around him to win playoff games. So he's won 3 straight playoff games. And now you look at it and you go, okay, he's a better quarterback than Jared Goff, so it was worth it. Now let's see if he wins the Super Bowl along with Sean McVay.
But Key, we know everything you just said. That's right. We already have knowledge of that, and we have to wait and see because, of course, whether or not it ultimately pays off in the Super Bowl, that's the answer. What I'm saying is before we know that, it's easy for us to sit back and be, okay, let's see. But McVay had to make that choice, right? Before we have the result of the Super Bowl, did he make the right choice or not, in your opinion?
I think they did make the right choice, but I'll also look at things a little bit different when we're talking about football. When I'm talking about players, when you have a healthy Cam Akers and an OBJ minus a Robert Woods and a Cooper Kupp coming into his own, having a historical season, when you look at adding a Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, the defense is playing solid and sound up front, causing havoc. When you look at everything in totality, you have to say, I wonder if they would have just stayed pat with Jared Goff, could they have fixed that problem, it just would have been hard for Sean McVay, and Sean McVay didn't want to work as hard. When you look at Kyle Shanahan and you look on the other side of the sidelines, based on that offense, Kyle Shanahan is working hard to win with Jimmy Garoppolo at the quarterback spot. He wants it to be easy. That's why he was looking at Aaron Rodgers at once upon a time and decided to move up to get Trey Lance, because he wants to have the luxury that Sean McVay had with Matthew Stafford.
Since 2000, there have been 9 instances of team trading multiple first-round picks for a player. The Rams accounted for 2 of those, Matthew Stafford and corner Jalen Ramsey, and they're only the second team to make the Super Bowl with players they traded for in that span. The Bucs won the Super Bowl in 2002, 2 years after trading a pair of first-rounders for Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Stats Incredible is brought to you by My Computer Career, training for a better life. Jay, what about OBJ? Like, it's redemption so far for Stafford. If he doesn't win the Super Bowl, he's already proven his point to me. Now, as Key said earlier, McVay now needs to prove his point by winning the Super Bowl with Stafford. But OBJ, no chemistry with Baker Mayfield. The remains of Eli Manning throwing him the ball. No offensive line there, although Saquon had his best season when OBJ was there, right?
By the way, Baker Mayfield was trending all day yesterday.
Poor Baker Mayfield.
Poor Baker.
But the point is, this is a big he fits in. He's a great teammate. He made clutch plays. He showed, like Stafford, wait a minute, I just need the chance. I need an opportunity.
It's crazy how that whole narrative has just changed so quickly. And his quick, explosive twitch fibers, it's special to watch him play. And just seeing him ball, that moment after the game where he's giving Deebo Samuel a hug and he's kind of talking to him in his ear about staying the course. That line he said where just God is great. For me, somebody that people were trashing while he was in Cleveland, that he was the reason why Cleveland couldn't get chemistry.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.